Pop quiz. What do you call a straight white male who refuses to support Hillary Clinton and will only support Bernie Sanders or Jill Stein? Sexist. That's right, so Huffington Post published an article by a journalist claiming that the reason why straight white males don't support Hillary Clinton is because they're sexist. Now, it may not be overt, it may be subconscious, but nonetheless, they are sexist. But she said the trigger word for me, straight white male, and we have to sound the alarms.
You're fucking a white male! So? You're a white man!
Okay, so let's get to her argument. She says, as it becomes more possible that Hillary Clinton could well be our first female president, sexism in the United States is made apparent to me in ways it never was before. Whether you're a woman for Bernie or a woman for Hillary, I ask you to just please pause for a moment and think about the straight white men in your life. Do you personally know even one straight white man backing Clinton this election? I'm not a woman, but I'm going to answer this anyway. I don't know any Hillary Clinton supporters in real life. None. Gay, straight, white, black, male, female, none. Do the white, straight males on Twitter who are pro-Clinton supporters who tweet at me and harass me all the time, do those count? Because if so, then yeah, I know Hillary Clinton supporters who are white and straight, but otherwise, I just don't know any Hillary Clinton supporters in real life because nobody's really excited about her. But I digress. Let's dive into her argument. So she says, as the New York Times reported in March, white men have been the only demographic to consistently resist voting for Hillary during the primaries, suggesting that difficulty securing the white male vote comes from a place of sexism. This particular issue for Hillary is a sharp turnabout from 2008, when she won double-digit victories among white male voters. She contradicted herself immediately there, when she was running against a black opponent. 8 years ago, white males were more okay with the idea of a white woman as president than a black man, but in 2016, they still prefer both white male contenders, Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump, to a potential female president. Correlation does not equal causation. Just because many white males don't want to support Hillary Clinton, it doesn't mean that that's correlated to sexism. It just means that they don't support Hillary Clinton because there's a lot of white males in the country. That doesn't suggest what you think it's suggesting. In fact, you don't have evidence for that. And furthermore, you contradicted yourself in the same paragraph. You said, well, she can't get support from white males, except she did get support from white males in 2008. See, what you don't know is that these white males, they're also racist. So they would rather have a woman become president, even though they hate women, over a black man. It's not just because they agreed with her more than and whatnot. And furthermore, we were called sexist back then too. I recall an article titled, "Hey, Obama boys, back off." So were we sexist or racist? I mean, we need to figure this out. What are we, guys? So look, it doesn't matter if you agree more with Bernie Sanders on the policy substance than Hillary Clinton. It doesn't matter if you're afraid that she's a less electable general election candidate because she's currently being investigated by the FBI for criminal wrongdoing. That doesn't matter. See, if you don't support Hillary Clinton and you're a straight white male, sexist. So she said a new poll on Politico suggests that 25% of Sanders supporters will not support Hillary should she secure the nomination, but will instead support Trump. One such Bernie backer is Spencer Thayer, a straight white male, who started won'tvotehillary.com. And she says, I refuse to link it because that sexist shit does not need more traffic. We'll look at that in a minute. She says, Thayer is encouraging Sanders supporters to vote against Hillary at all costs, even if it means a Trump presidency. I find it hard to believe that a straight white young man who so adamantly supports Sanders would be happy to have an insane billionaire for president unless he, like Trump and so many of his supporters, male and female alike, simply can't fathom a woman in the Oval Office. Okay, let's look at this sexist piece of shit website she's talking about, because I'm going to be pissed if I go in there and see some sexist bullshit. So let's see here. It says, under no circumstances will I vote for Hillary Clinton. The DNC and the Clinton machine are using the same dirty tricks they used in 2008. Sign this pledge and send a message to the establishment that democracy is not a plaything for the elite. So I'm not seeing anything sexist yet. All I see is substance. So reasons why you shouldn't vote for her. Latinos say Clinton is dangerous for immigrants at LA protests. The Clinton foreign policies will make Iran and Syria worse. Hillary's atrocious race record has been painful. So yeah, these are all substantive policy positions, and there's quite a bit actually. I'm not finding anything about we shouldn't vote for her because she's a woman. Let me do a Control F and search for woman. not found. Yeah, so there's nothing on here that leads me to believe that this website was started for sexist intentions. In fact, all it is policy substance on this website. I couldn't find anything sexist. It's all just policy reasons why you shouldn't vote for Hillary Clinton. Now, finally, she says that Bernie Sanders' young female supporters do not yet understand that the information that they're being given for Bernie and or against Hillary is coming from bros of all ages like Spencer Thayer, who mostly just wants page clicks to pay for his DJing equipment, betch. I don't know what that means. They don't yet know that the disrespect and hate they feel for Hillary is disrespect and hate that will soon be coming their way if real feminist change doesn't move through the United States post-haste. So here's what her argument effectively comes down to. If you don't support Hillary Clinton and you're a straight white male, you're sexist. Whether you acknowledge that or if it's subconscious, you're a sexist. That's why you don't like Hillary Clinton. It's not because of the policies. It's because you are a sexist. You don't want a woman in the White House. Okay, well, let's accept that that's true for a minute, and let's flip that around. We can say that you're anti-Semitic because you don't support Bernie Sanders. Is it because he's a Jewish candidate? Why are you so anti-Semitic? Why do you hate Jewish people? Me, I'm a gay dude. I actually think that if you support Hillary Clinton, since she's worse on LGBT rights, since it took longer for her to come around to the idea of marriage equality, and Bernie Sanders has historically been better on the topic, I think that because of this, you're homophobic. Why do you disagree with me? Stop being so homophobic. Look, if these arguments sound ridiculous, it's because they are. And I don't see how any of those arguments that I just used are less ridiculous than your argument. Never mind the fact that Hillary Clinton voted for the Iraq War. She wants a Syrian no-fly zone, so if you vote for her, then you will inevitably be giving her permission to bomb foreign countries. Never mind the fact that these straight white males who are accusing of sexism, they initially tried to draft Elizabeth Warren to run against Hillary Clinton because we don't like Hillary Clinton because of policy reasons. Never mind that fact. Never mind the fact that most of us will be voting for Jill Stein if Hillary Clinton is indeed the nominee. Let's just forget about all that. Because we disagree with you, because we don't like your candidate, we're sexist. See, I also love the divisiveness of this article because she uses the term straight white male as if it has negative connotations. Look, I shouldn't have to say this, but being straight or white or male, it's not a choice. It's just something that people are born with. And is it the case that straight white men may not have the experience of women or women of color or other people or people from the LGBT community? Well, yeah, but there's something called intersectionality. Bernie Sanders is the one candidate who's actually going to fight for the interests of the working poor class, to raise minimum wages, and to make sure that income inequality doesn't get any worse. Maybe that's why straight white men want to vote for Bernie Sanders. So how dare you not support Hillary Clinton because she's a woman, because you want to improve your life and actually vote for a candidate who's not a corporatist, who's not corrupt, who's not an elitist, who won't represent you? How dare you? Sexist! You're generalizing an entire group of people because they disagree with you and because of anecdotal evidence, because you don't know any straight white male Hillary Clinton supporters. Or maybe it's the case, just maybe there's a small chance that straight white men aren't supporting Hillary Clinton just like straight African American men or women or Latino women or gay people or transgender people aren't supporting Hillary Clinton because of the policy substance, because she's not going to represent them. I also don't like Bill Clinton or Harry Reid or Chuck Schumer as well because of their policies. There's nothing to do with gender in that circumstance. Are you going to accuse me of being anti-rich or anti-old people because they're all older people? No, it comes down to the policy substance. As a progressive, I would love to see a woman in the White House. I think that would be phenomenal. I would love for every successive president to break new ground, to break that glass ceiling, to have a gay president, an African-American female president, a woman president. I would love for that to happen. But I vote based on the policies. And if you really are going to claim that, then if it were Bernie Sanders versus Carly Fiorina, would you vote for Carly Fiorina? Would you support Sarah Palin? Are we supposed to support them as well because they're women? The thing is that you don't have any evidence to back up your claim. All it is that you're frustrated that people don't support Hillary Clinton, that there's no momentum and excitement about the fact that she's going to be potentially the first female president. Look, would it be great if she was the first female president? I think someone else is more deserving of that, like Elizabeth Warren or Tulsi Gabbard or Nina Turner. There are many great candidates for female president one day that will take that office. But I'm not just going to be excited and support someone because of their gender, because they're going to make history. I support people based on policy substance. Hillary Clinton has none of that. The operative term here is gender equality. Okay, I'm not going to support a woman just because she's a woman. I'm going to hold her to the same standard as men. I'm going to treat them the same as men, and that's what I want for the rest of society to do. Okay, so to actually say that we should only support Hillary Clinton because she's a woman, to imply that we're sexist because we don't support Hillary Clinton because she's a woman, well, you only undermine the cause of feminism. You make people more disenchanted with feminism, when in actuality, it's something that I think we need. I support feminism. I identify as a feminist or a gender egalitarian. Either way, I want equality for women. But when you do this, you distort that cause. You make people turned off to this cause. You're using identity politics to divide classes. And that's wrong, okay? I'm not going to vote against my own interests because Hillary Clinton is a woman. Sorry, that's not going to happen. If you're male, female, black, white, it doesn't matter to me. If you don't have the policies I'm looking for, you're not going to get my vote. It doesn't matter who you are or what you look like. I will support the candidates that have the policy details that support me, that is going to be in favor of my interests. I'm not going to vote against my own interest. So this is the most laughable article, one of the most I've ever read.